Let's go! Let's go! Welcome to this edition of SPiTBALLiN. It's been a little bit. I am Dollar Bill. I've been doing a lot of TikTok videos, and you can follow us over there on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. My people behind the scenes do a pretty good job getting me out there. The TikTok videos have been pretty successful. I've been getting a lot of comments, DMs, and otherwise saying how I helped them make some money in this New York sportsbook market. I say thank you. Please click and subscribe. Tell your friends. And you know how we do it. No scripts, no nothing else. I just come on and shoot it straight and what you should be talking about. And listen, the Knicks might stink, but they always make for good show topics. I swear to God. Last night's game, it's very frustrating. I'm at home right now. We adopted a young dog in the house. She's from Puerto Rico. She's 14 months old. She's Ella. She's tiring. She has some energy, and she doesn't listen. And again, she's exactly like the New York Knicks, because while the Knicks have some talent, they just don't listen. And they keep making the same mistakes. And, I think it's time, everyone likes to jump on Julius Randle, and rightfully so. And I'll get on to him in a few minutes. But you know what? The real crux of this team is Tom Thibodeau. And you know what? The further he gets along in his basketball career, the shorter his shelf life gets. Now, while a successful coach at every stop he's been at, he's a defensive-minded coach. And as you know, I say defense wins championships. But if you don't get the horses to buy in, in this game, it's so driven by the offense. If you don't get young players to play defense, what does it matter? I mean, last night against a talented Minnesota team with three young guns doing their thing. In the first half, they're down 12. They're playing Olay defense. And at one point, they were, midway or toward the end of the second quarter, they were 75 or 80% from two-point land and 1 of 9 from 3. I don't get it. Why the analytics? Listen, if the three is not working, and the Knicks are one of the worst threes teams in the league, by far, why do we keep shooting them? You live by the three and you die by the three. It's one thing if you shot the three like the Golden State Warriors and had a shooter like that, but you don't. You just have Julius Randle just sitting and waiting. And you saw when they exploded in the third quarter, what happened? Julius Randle played with energy. He took the ball strong to the basket. Listen, say what you want about Randle. He's not a superstar. He's not a superstar. It's okay, but he's a really good player who's kind of in a funk right now. Maybe he wants to be here. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's part of the solution. Right now, sometimes he's part of the problem. But when he takes his 6'8" frame and 250 pounds and he drives to the basket, good things happen. That guy gets fouled a lot. And he complained earlier in the season about not getting foul calls, and maybe that's true. But if you keep driving and kicking, those double teams are going to start to go away. You're going to start powering through people. You're going to put people, on notice. As I say all the time, New York Knicks fans are a blue-collar team. Forget about the $2,000 courtside seats with Spike and the $24 craft beers. It's the plumbers, the union guys, the garbage men, all the hard-working people of New York City, all the people that get it done. They are the pulse of the Knicks. They are blue. They appreciate hard work. That's why they love Charles Oakley and John Starks and Anthony Mason. Yes, they weren't great, but, they gave you maximum effort most every night, and they always took the ball strong. They played strong. Like this whole, anywhere you go, these baseball teams or high school teams, everything's a nation now and Schram Strong, whatever it is, whatever the team name is. Everyone brings it strong, and the Knicks just don't. And when Randle does, they're different. And then they're open. They can set their feet and shoot threes and score 40 points in the third quarter to get themselves back in the game and take the lead. But you know what? They play soft. They're a microcosm of everything. They're soft. They're going to be a 500 team-ish. A few games either way. Still waiting for Cam Reddish to make his deal and, saying how's he going to fit. And we just blame it on Randle. And rightfully so. I think we need to get Randle out of here. But he's not the problem. The problem is the coach. The older he gets, the shorter life, he's defensive-minded. And they're not playing defense. And they're starting to tune him out. And, late in the game, when, Mitchell Robinson's out in foul trouble and Taj Gibson's out, you got Taj, he's out. You got Obi Toppin. The crowd's chanting for him to play Randle and him together. He's 6'9", he's athletic, he brings energy. Why not? Why do you have to bring Trey Burks in there and, he had an off night. And they're screaming, and Obi Toppin, they were screaming his name to bring him in the last 100 seconds of the game. They didn't. And the game ended on a Trey Burks miss. I mean, it was a scramble play, but it was a miss. And everything Tom Thibodeau does seems to be a miss. And, they were great last year and they bought in, but he doesn't adjust offensively. And maybe he has to get Randle to buy in. Maybe he's got to buy into his rookies. But I'm really tired of seeing the way this team is constructed. Their second team's more exciting than the first. And that can't happen. And, Worldwide West has to see this. We haven't played a game with Cam Reddish yet, but you know what? There's another trade to be made. But it's not for this year. There is no trade you could make that's going to make us I know we're 5 or 6 games out of the 4 seed. But we're not the 4 seed in the East. We're barely a play-in game team. We're closer to the lottery than we are the 6th seed. And I think we have to get our reality in check. The Knicks may have arrived a little bit too early last year. But you know what? They took a step back. They just did. And if you think Julius Randle is the problem, and I've been saying a little bit too, you can't be the best player on the team and have body language like that. It brings everybody down. It really does. And, there's a trade to be made, to be had. And listen, it's not going to, this isn't, any deal we make isn't going to make us a title contender. I mean, that's for the Nets and the Bucks and all that. And if the Sixers if the Sixers make a trade, they're doing it to win a title. If Milwaukee makes another deal, they're doing it to win another title. I mean, there are certain teams we're not. But if you want to change the construct of this team, Julius Randle has to go. I mean, he does. But you know what? Thibodeau can't be too far behind. And this would be a hell of a job to get people to. I mean, these young guys don't want to play defense so much. I mean, if they switch and whatnot. Everyone says, oh, we need this, we need that. I'm a little tired of Mitchell Robinson, what people think of him. They don't run plays for him. He clogs up the lane, but he doesn't do anything. If he gets a rebound, he's good on, pick and roll dunks and, 2-foot shots from the rim. And he's a pretty good rim protector. But we need a low post presence. I mean, a real one. Not Julius, not Mitchell. It ain't Taj Gibson. He's not the long-term play anyway. But we got to do something down low. If we can get a bona fide center, that would be great. Or actually a point guard, which we're still missing. Russell Westbrook is having a hell of a time in La La Land. And he obviously doesn't fit on this team. And Russ is taking a lot of the brunt of the blame on why they suck in L.A. But it's LeBron James' team. And as much as he sucked, Russell Westbrook is still averaging 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists a game, and brings in energy to the court. And he always has, and he always will. If you want to, we know what Russ is too. Takes too many bad shots, turns it over, is a little selfish at times. You know what? He would be our best point guard that we've had maybe since the 70s. Let that sit and percolate. Would you trade Randle for Westbrook straight up? No, not on years and whatnot. But, if we could ship Kemba out of town because, LeBron likes those veteran point guards and Randle ship him back to L.A., I'll take Russell Westbrook. I'll take a pick and a young player in return too. and bring some real energy to Madison Square Garden. And then, World Wide Wes can work his magic and do that, and then start looking for a head coach. Because as good as Thibodeau is and brought us respectability, he can only take the ship so far. And I think it's time to start thinking about that Thibodeau is now become more of the problem than the answer. That's it for this edition of SPiTBALLiN. And you know how we do it. You always find us on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and Twitter. And, we try and help you out any way we can. Please like and subscribe. Please tell your friends. In the coming shows, we're going to teach you how to make some more money on this New York FanDuel and all these sports books kind of stuff. I have some guaranteed money coming for you on Thursday on our next show, on our next TikTok video. I'm going to show you how. And to the next 10 people that sign up I'm going to make a prediction here on air. I'm going to make a guarantee on air. For the next 10 people that sign up, send me your email, and I'll send you a link to FanDuel. You deposit some money, put a $50 bet on the Knicks on Thursday on their special line. Right now they're getting 132 points or thereabouts. You put in $50. If the Knicks don't cover the $50 and you show me it, we'll guarantee it. The show will guarantee that you win to the next 10 people that sign up. If the Knicks don't win their next game by 132, we will cover your losses up to 50. So that's a total of $500 we'll pay out. But you know what? Because that's a guarantee. Because the Knicks are not losing by 132. I don't think an NBA team has ever lost by 132. It certainly won't happen Thursday night. But that's it for this edition of SPiTBALLiN. Tune in. Tell your friends. This is Dollar Bill saying make some common sense out of your life and your sports, or your sports and your life. Take it easy. Talk to you next time. Bye.